Everyone, Presito here, your second favorite Uniswap ape. So in today's video, we're going to be covering Unido, which as you most know, they did announce on Polkastarter. So obviously it's super hyped at the moment. Whitelisting phase 1 is actually done already. And as you can see, just an insane amount of entries. I mean, 36,000. Obviously, if you hold polls, the 3,000 polls, you have a better chance of getting in. If you don't, then you have to be lucky. 125 out of 35,000, which is ridiculous. But anyways, I still think it's worth doing. I mean, it's like playing the lotto, except you have a much better chance than the actual lotto. So I always recommend you guys to keep trying. Eventually you just need to get one and you can make insane gains. So it's always worth trying, and it's not that much effort anyways. So whitelist 2, they haven't announced when it's going to be starting. However, on their website, Unido sale is in 6 days on Polkastarter. So I'm sure within the next 2-3 days that should start, maybe even tomorrow on Monday. So make sure you're ready for that. I'm going to post that in my announcement group as soon as that is live, so you can whitelist as soon as possible. So let's go straight to their website and see what it's about. Enterprise platform for decentralized capital markets, powered by Polkadot, of course. Always super pro. Their Telegram, obviously, as you can imagine, is insane at the moment. 36,000, which is that's because of the whitelisting. 36,000 entries, so it makes sense. So if we go further through their site, they actually already have an app on the Play Store and App Store, which is pro. And not many downloads, but at least they've got something out there. So as they say here, crypto native enterprises and asset management firms often struggle to access decentralized finance and manage their crypto assets effectively due to severe limitations in security, governance, and accessibility. Unido addresses these issues, enabling enterprises to securely access DeFi opportunities and seamlessly manage their crypto banking operations, which seems like a nice idea. They say here, it enables enterprises to manage and invest their crypto assets in a seamless, secure, and intuitive way, and that Unido is already developed and has active pilots with a number of digital banks. So that's also very impressive. In terms of their features, they're going to have a centralized dashboard. They're going to have a DeFi vault. So multi-signature enterprise wallet that acts as a DeFi vault to store, manage, and invest crypto assets into different leading networks such as Uniswap, Balancer, and Yearn. And crypto banking. So business banking portal to enable enterprises to seamlessly manage their day-to-day operations and capital expenditure. So they're going to include crypto payments, wallet management, and governance customization in their features. So that's quite pro. So next up, if we have a look at their one-pager, I just wanted to go through this. So it was a nice summary. As I said already, powered by Polkadot, which is extremely bullish at the moment. If it's on Ethereum, it's not as bullish as Polkadot these days. Founded by Pack Blockchain, Unido successfully developed, patented, and launched a suite of blockchain products that are currently being piloted by banks and institutional clients. So its experienced teams comprise of ex-Goldman Sachs, ex-Wipro, and seasoned entrepreneurs, spun out from an established blockchain business operating for 8 years. Real traction, so live pilot programs with digital banks, obviously powered by Polkadot, and patented multi-sig technology. So overall, it is really impressive so far. So there's 2 or 3 pages I want to go through on their deck. The first is the DeFi Vault, to go a bit more in detail on that. Obviously, as I said, it's to securely store, manage, and invest crypto assets through their DeFi Vault. So it'll have an overview of available DeFi investment options to allocate capital, integrated bridge enabling enterprises to link their wallets with an array of leading DeFi networks, simple allocation interface to deploy funds, and allows users to accumulate the interest rather than sitting idle. So that's going to be very interesting for enterprises to have. And then their crypto banking. So it'll have payment and transfer of digital assets for payroll and suppliers, multi-user wallet management, so you can create, assign, and manage enterprise wallets. They're going to have analytics and reporting, and obviously an intuitive and simple interface. Then I wanted to also have a look at what exactly the token will be for. So as I say, access license, consumption fees, and DAO governance. So if you have the token, it gives you access to the Unido Enterprise platform. Third-party developers will need to obtain a license to develop on top of Unido Core, and the cost of the license will be paid in UDO token, but pegged to a fixed fiat price. Then in terms of their consumption fees, UDO is used to validate every transaction through the ecosystem, It's based on a deflationary model. So a small fee will be charged for every secured transaction, and a portion of which will be burned. And the fees will be priced in UDO, but pegged to fiat with dynamic price stabilization. And then also for the governance, it'll be a governance token as well. So you can stake your UDO to partake in the governance decisions. So overall, sounds quite pro. Let's have a look at the roadmap and the team. So as you can see, they've been around for a very long time. And what I like is that their roadmap goes all the way to 2023, where they want to hyperscaling Unido core to 10 plus enterprise use cases. So obviously at the moment, we're in Q1 2021 by the Unido token generation event. Then they're going to have the DeFi interface launch in June. September, the infrastructure development and proof of concept. So there are quite a few things coming up, hopefully to pump the price. In terms of the team, pro public team, LinkedIn's all there, quite robust, and they've got impressive team. So that gets a pro. So next up, let's have a look at the tokenomics. Obviously, the most important. And I think this is where they really shine, because look at that initial market cap. It's one of the lowest, besides a couple here, but it is super low initial market cap. If we look at the token sale terms, so seed price was 4 cents, private sale price 5 cents, and they're listing at 6 cents. So the vesting schedule, seed gets 0% on TGE and then 20% monthly thereafter. Private sale is 25% on TGE and 25% monthly thereafter. Then they're going to have a deflationary economics. So they're going to burn 20% of the total supply in phase 1, and phase 2, 50% of the fees to be invested in EDF. So that 20% burn of the total supply is really huge, and that always pumps the price, of course. It lowers the circulating supply, so the price goes up accordingly. TGE, obviously that is Polkastarter, and it'll launch straight after. And major tier 1 and 2 exchange listings underway, which is very good. I'm curious to see what those are. In terms of the whitelisting that's going to come up, the first whitelist is closed, but the second one will open soon. I'll post that in my announcement channel as soon as it's open. And you need to do the usual, which is follow them, follow Polkastarter, retweet and tag people, the usual. Join their Telegram and fill in the form. So hopefully you can get whitelisted. So overall, it has to get the usual Just Pro. I'm a big fan of Polkastarter at the moment, and obviously everything's mooning. I wonder how long that'll keep up for, actually. I'm sure there's going to be competition coming up. Paid Ignition is another competitor, and DuckDAO. So there's quite a few, and I'm curious to see if Polkastarter will stay number 1 for a long time. So anyways, let's see what Tinder has to say about Unido. So as you guys can see, I'm in Austin, Texas. It's actually my first time swiping in USA, and I must say it's a bit worrying. I'm just trying to get financial advice, and these girls are just trying to escalate, So anyways, let's see. Jasmine, I said, can we name our baby Unido? She said, whatever you want, babe. And I said, I want you to ape into Unido so you make pro gains. Then Bree, I said the same question, can we name our baby Unido? She said, Unido. I've never heard of that name for a child. Where did you get that? I said, from Polkastarter launch. Check it and make pro gains. And she said, through Bitcoin, right? And I said, well, it's through Ethereum, but I'm impressed actually that she knows that. Hopefully she goes and does that and makes gains. Then Haley asked the same question. She said, why? I said, it's a pro name, don't you think? She said, she's so confused, but sure. I said, wow, bullish. Can we teach him Uniswap at a young age? And she said, the younger the better. I said, I agree. So he'll be a millionaire by 12. And she said, sounds like a dream. So I'm glad she's also bullish on Uniswap. Then Laura, again, the same question. She said, there will be no babies. We can have a pet. I said, okay, can we name the pet Unido? She said, yes, of course. Does it mean United? I said, doesn't matter. It just matters that it's pro and it can make pro gains. She said, I love that you Italian stallion. I said, I'm the Uniswap stallion. And she liked that. So you see girls like Uniswap DJs. So Lynn asked the same question. For some reason, everyone replies to this question. But Lynn said, if in my picture, I'm petting a baby lion, it was actually a cheetah. But she said, we can as long as we keep it. And I said, so that's pro. We can name it Unido, so that's bullish. So she said, there's worse things you can name your kid. I assume that's translated for United. Kids have been named like Apple, and that means I can practice having babies with you, and you're beautiful. So I said, as long as it's Unido, I don't care, I'm bullish. Then Rowan, I said, same question. She said, where are you going with this? I said, you'll see. First need an answer. And she said, sure. So I said, pro, bullish on Unido. She said, you lost me. So I said, check Unido on Polkastarter, make pro gains and thank me later. She said, haha, okay. I said, thanks. Then last one, finally not the same question. I said, would you invest in a project that makes it easy for companies to invest in crypto? And then she said, can I invest in you? And I said, well, I prefer not to handle people's assets for them, but I could make an exception. But, you know, I don't really like to handle people's assets. I've been asked that before, and I'd rather just, you know, stick to my thing. The worst is making a loss and losing someone else's assets. So anyways, that wraps up my Tinder reviews. Hope you guys enjoyed. As usual, leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed, follow my Telegram group and Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.